Is this $1 million Westin home worth it? Let's see. In this video, I'm walking you through a home my buyers just walked and they loved it for two reasons, and you wouldn't think about these reasons typically. The first is this is a two-story plan, but most of the square footage is on the first floor, and I'll give you the specs of the home in a minute, but I gotta move to the second reason because they wanted a unique feature in the home that you don't always see in many new build homes, especially with production home builders in master plan communities, and we're looking at one of those unique features right here. This front courtyard space that has a fireplace on the side and has the front door on the right side. We even have a Casita behind me. There's so much going on in this home, and I'm going to walk you through it in full detail in this home tour. Now, this is the Pinehurst II plan built by Westin Homes. This home has 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, is over 5,000 square feet, and has a 3-car garage. Now, this specific home is for sale, and I'll give you the price a little bit later on in the video. First, I want to show you the main parts of this home, and then I want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think about this home, and is it all worth it? Now, we will head back to this main living area where you saw the tray ceiling and the beams running across that ceiling. I want to head right over to the kitchen, and let me introduce myself by saying my name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in the Austin, Texas area, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders. So I'll give you the perspective that I've seen from walking these homes with dozens and dozens of buyers. And when buyers walk through this kitchen, they comment on the tray ceiling, of course, the waterfall countertop with veins running through that waterfall countertop, and the stark contrast between the cabinets and the light countertop and the light backsplash. That contrast is what so many buyers want in their kitchen. Great appliances always help too. So we have a 6-burner Wolf stovetop. We also have this beautiful designer vent hood. And then notice how the backsplash is made to just blend in a little bit with the countertop. And I think it's because when Westin designed this home, they really wanted the kitchen island to be the focal point and the kitchen backsplash to kind of just blend in with everything else. And I think they nailed it. From a design standpoint, so many people go to design studios and they pick all these great samples of different materials in their kitchen. And the problem is when the kitchen comes together, there's so many different design items that are trying to get your attention. Nothing stands out as the focal point. And I think in this kitchen, the complete opposite happened, where they have a great contrast, and clearly that kitchen island waterfall countertop is the focal point. Now, while we head over to the pantry, just know 2 things. Number 1, there's still so many great features of this home I want to show you. We even have a view off the 2nd floor balcony that we'll see upstairs, and this fantastic backyard that I'm excited to show you. The second thing I'll mention is I'm going to keep talking about design, because even though this home is for sale, if you don't like the design in this home, there are many opportunities to build with Westin Homes across the Austin metro area. And I'll give you some details of some areas that I would bring to your attention if you're looking around Austin. Westin Homes is also building in Houston, so if you want more details on that, let me know. I have some partner agents that can help you in that city. Now, across from the pantry in the Pinehurst II plan, we do have the utility room. So they did cabinets here where this would be the area for the washer and dryer. They have a sink to the next to that washer, and then a bench here because if you wanted to come in from the garage, you need a place to kick off your shoes. They have that bench there because the garage access is right here. I mentioned earlier we have a 3-car garage, but it's a 2-car side entrance garage, and then we have a 1-car that does face out to the road. Now, it's the small things in homes that I love the most, and this is one of those small things, just having a way to walk from one garage to the other. Now, I guess there is 2 ways to look at this. Some people would say they would like to have their garage entry from this 2-car garage into the home, so that way they don't have to walk past materials that they're storing in their 1-car garage, or maybe they have bikes there. Other people say they like this, where they don't want the entry in their 2-car garage. They hate having to walk around their cars with grocery bags to get to that entry. They'd rather just walk through that entrance that I showed you from one garage to the other, and then enter in through here, in through this beautiful kitchen that has sliding glass doors right off of that kitchen. and a very cool breakfast nook area too. Now, I did want to hear from you in the comments. What did you think of that garage space? But if you could care less about garage space, then let's move on to the living room, where we have that tray ceiling we saw previously. I like the fireplace on that side with electrical running up top for a TV, and then built-in cabinets, freestanding shelves on each side for decor, and fantastic windows. This is what I think Westin Homes does really well, where you have sliding glass doors that opened up that kitchen, you have a living room that opens up to the backyard. And before we get to that backyard, which I'm excited for you to see, let's head over to the primary bedroom, where we have a few windows off the back wall, but I think most importantly, another tray ceiling. I can't tell you how big of a difference tray ceilings make in a space to make it feel so much more open. What also opens up the space are windows, and that's exactly what you see in the primary bathroom. I do love the design upgrades that's in here, but you just can't help but get struck by the sunlight as soon as you walk into this primary bathroom, and that freestanding tub with all that tile running along that wall just draws your attention into this luxurious bathroom. I do like that they put different types of windows, not just like your perfect square or rectangle that you see throughout the home. Westin's done a good job of just doing some different window sizes to make this home feel a little bit more custom than all the other production home builders that are out there. Now, to be clear, Westin Homes is a production home builder, and I'll describe to you the difference here in a minute. I want to keep going here in the primary bathroom because they have some really good built-in shelves, which I find is really important. Most builders will have like a linen closet, but I think those shelves as built-in cabinets look fantastic, especially with all the cool colors that are in here that are very calm, using a lot of whites and grays in this bathroom. Now, here's a closer look at those shelves, and then what I like most about this bathroom, other than the freestanding tub and all that tile behind it and those cool windows, it's gonna be this walk-in shower, because as soon as we walk in, you might be wondering, what are those? Those are body sprays. So there's 3 handles in here. One is going to be for those body sprays that are made to spray your body, as they're set, as it's stated. Then there's a shower head that's in a standard position, and then there's a rain shower head. So you can have quite the shower in here. And the contrast in this bathroom is just going to be the floor tile. So they did a darker floor tile. They ran that very cool tile on the walls that had some great movement in it. And I love this walk-in shower because when you enter, your eyes can't help but get drawn to the right side with that freestanding tub, pendant lights over both vanity mirrors and all the windows there. And then your eyes go to the left side where you see this gigantic closet, as well as the walk-in shower with all those cool design elements in there. Now, this is a good size walk-in closet, but I would say this is expected at this square footage, being that we're over 5,000 square feet. Now, we are going to head outside next, and I can't wait for you to see the backyard. In fact, there's a second floor balcony upstairs and great views from that second floor, so can't wait to get your perspective on that. Now, while we head over there, I want to clarify something I mentioned earlier, which was custom home builders compared to production home builders. Now, the big difference is with custom, you can pick what you want. You can go to an architect and design your home from scratch, but the problem is it's not very cost effective. Anytime you build custom, there's all sorts of options and things that you may not even think of that you could do with a builder, and when you do them, it just costs you a lot of money, but you have a lot of flexibility. Westin Home is more of a production home builder, meaning they have set plans, they have options within those plans. Even though you can't deviate beyond those options, if you can find floor plans that work for you, pick structural upgrades, and get a lot of what you want. It could be like an outdoor fireplace or an outdoor kitchen like this. It also could be interior design upgrades, like we saw some cabinets and countertops and tile that looks fantastic. Sometimes going with a production builder makes so much sense because it gets a lot of what you want without breaking the bank. Now, if you need help navigating through custom and production home builders, let me know. I'm unbiased. I don't work for any builders. I just work for buyers and explain to them what the pros and cons of every builder looks like, because everybody has pros, everybody has cons. Now, the beauty of this community that we're in called Rough Hollow is you can build custom, you can also build with production builders, and there are fantastic lots with incredible views that capture the beauty of the Austin metro area right here. Now, speaking of beauty, I want to get your perspective on this and address the elephant in the room. There is quite a bit of electrical running behind this home. That's a good look at the second floor balcony, where we'll get a closer look at the beauty that's here in the Austin area, but we'll also show you that electrical wires. And I told my videographer who's shooting this to make sure we don't shy away from that. We are not trying to hide anything in a home. I always want to be upfront with people. And that's what I do when clients reach out to me, because most of my clients come from YouTube and the majority of them are out of state, looking to move to the Austin metro area, looking for good video footage of what they can buy here. So I'll address that later, and we'll go back and look at that electrical one more time. But I want to get back into the plan here, where we have a dining room, we have this cool butler's pantry, amazing backsplash there that just provides a cool reflection back into the room. We have this great light fixture that goes up to a tray ceiling. It's one of the first things you notice, I think, when you walk into the home. I know this home is empty, but if you can imagine this stage, I love how you walk in through the front door and you're met with this dining area with all those upgrades, especially looking out into the butler's pantry, but you still feel like these are separate spaces. The living room from the kitchen to the dining room all feel separate, but still very open to each other. The same thing goes for this study, where we have some great built-in cabinetry, which would serve as a perfect backdrop if you really are into Zoom backgrounds. And then you could have a desk in the middle of the room, and then behind you is all that built-in cabinetry. We also have a ton of storage in here. And while we go through this, I want to give a shout out to my clients who actually closed with a builder down the street from this home. I just had lunch with them, and I should say clients and friends now, and I really enjoyed spending time with them. And one thing I grabbed from them is in their study, they had this very comfortable rug, and then they used that to hide their wires to go to the wall. So we ended up buying an inventory home where we couldn't put in floor plugs, but it wasn't really that big of a deal because you just ran the wires underneath the rug. And he had a very cool setup with his desk, hiding all the wires. It looked very sleek, very modern. And if you want a video of that, let me know. I will get his permission to get a video. But I thought his setup for his study was amazing. Now, that was a good look at the powder bathroom that had a herringbone pattern on the floor. We have multiple entrances into that courtyard. One is right here. There was another one in the dining room we didn't cover, but in that dining area, there was a door that also led out to the front courtyard. This home is well set up for parties. There's a lot of ways to get in and out, and it's a big home, and that continues here with one of the bedrooms that's downstairs that has an in-suite full bathroom. Now, I should say all the bedrooms downstairs have in-suite full bathrooms, and if you want the full specs, it's a 5-bedroom home with 4 bedrooms downstairs, 4.5 bathrooms downstairs, and then 1 bedroom upstairs with a full bath. And actually upstairs, there's an additional powder bathroom on the 2nd floor. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, there's a lot going on in this home, and sometimes it's fun to just keep track of all these floor plans, because I like exploring all the different options that are here in a home, especially when you talk with buyers. And the reason why they're moving to Texas and Austin specifically is they want to be around the growth. They want to be around a lively, active city. They also want to build the home of their dreams, and that means not compromising in many ways in their home. And sometimes when you look at all these floor plans with builders and all these different communities, it can be very overwhelming. But I think if you work with somebody who can suggest great floor plans that make sense for you based on your criteria, the process becomes so enjoyable, getting so many things that you want in your dream forever home. I think that makes a big difference. Now, speaking of that, I mentioned lively, active city. I always love looking into the amenities of Rough Hollow, because it's hard for me to sum up what's here because there's so much. So I have to pull it up while I'm talking to mention that Rough Hollow has so much shoreline of Lake Travis. So it's got 3 miles of shoreline. There are a lot of boating activities, a lot of hiking and biking around this area, and just incredible topography that rolls through this master plan community called Rough Hollows. So on that shoreline, they have paddle boards, they have kayaks, 22 miles of hike and bike trails. They have a yacht club and a marina, and so you get a membership into this yacht club, and that just means that you can get access to certain areas to put a boat or to go out into the marina. And then they also have a fitness center, workout room, and they have this water-themed community center. And I just rattled off so many great amenities, and honestly, you could just take one of those and run with it. Like some of my buyers, one of them loved the fitness center. They work out a lot. They loved having that right in their neighborhood. Another one liked the yacht club, like just going to an area that had a restaurant and an area to just walk around and capture the beauty of Rough Hollow. They loved that. And so many buyers pick off something different every time I'm in this community, and that's why I love coming back to it. Great amenities, captures why people move to the Austin metro area, and it's in this beautiful part of Lakeway, Texas, which is a suburb outside of Austin. Now, what also people tell me is they love the homes that are here because some of them are so unique, and that unique features list continues right here with a Casita. In Texas, we call what some people would call a mother-in-law suite, we call it a Casita, and that just means a bedroom that's usually accessible away from the interior of the home. So if you saw, we had to exit through the front courtyard and then enter from the front courtyard into this Casita, which is another bedroom that also has a large walk-in closet that we're in, and also another in-suite full bathroom. Now, a lot of times people walk the Casita with me and they might think it's a cool option, but then they ask a good question, which is, what do people use this room for? Like, is it an actual bedroom? Do people really walk outside through their courtyard to get to their bedroom at the end of the night? Does that feel like a little bit strange? I tell them, well, I've heard of a lot of things. I've had a client who was actually looking at an option to put a room in their house that they could do sculptures and different clay work that they were doing, maybe pottery, but mostly sculptures. And they didn't want to do that in their garage because it gets very messy and that's around the cars. And they need an in-suite full bathroom to be able to wash off on, or they need to be able to exit into a courtyard where maybe they could put a spout into to wash off their hands, and that goes down one of the drains in the courtyard or something like that. So I've had a client that was pretty close on a Casita option. They ended up finding something else where they just used the one-car garage. I've even had another client say they really wanted a poker room that wasn't upstairs where their kids slept, and they wanted a private area to do that. And downstairs, a Casita might be a good option for that. Now, in this specific plan, it's right next to a bedroom, but I think there could be another option for that. Or if that bedroom is for guests that are with you playing poker anyway, then that could be a good option for you to use that as like a poker room or put a pool table there. Of course, I'm thinking a lot of sports because I play those. I also play a little bit of poker from time to time. And there are, I'm sure, other use cases for that. So if you have a use case for that, let me know. And as you just saw there, we have multiple balconies that are here on the second floor. We have so many cool things that are here. I mentioned more unique features in this home. We're coming up. And I think that starts right here in the game room. This game room is so central on this second floor and so open. It's open downstairs where you have the foyer where we first walked in through the front door. We got balconies in either direction. We got a media room on one side, a bedroom on the other, storage everywhere. And I'm going to explore this second floor because I think this is a very cool part of the Pinehurst plan. Now, if you're catching a view off of that window, we will get out there soon, and I'm excited to get your perspective on this home, and I also will give you the price right after. Now, I said all those great things about the second floor, and then we went right to this linen closet. So this is what I'm going to start off with, the storage that's in here. There's actually bigger storage that's here, and if my videographer, Marc, is listening to this, I'm totally just joking. It's completely fine. We always want to show as many details as possible because that's what I find our buyers want in this market. When you are looking at homes, you want to know the details in these plans. I'm not afraid to dial into this because this isn't just marketing for me. This is me learning my plans so that I know them by heart. I've walked this plan before, then walking through it one more time with my videographer and doing these voiceovers just allows me to memorize plans. And what I'm going to memorize about this plan is that if you want a very cool media room that's tucked away in the second floor, that's away from the spare bedrooms, this is one of those plans where we had some cabinetry outside of this media room. We have a powder bath out there, and it's perfect if you want that cool theater room experience. And I have so many homes that I can show you that are either model homes that are well decked out, well staged. I also even have clients that have built homes from scratch and did a full media room build out. So one of my clients actually did a media room where they had speakers behind the screen. So the screen was perforated, and the sound that was coming out through those speakers, and then it was surround sound, it was behind me, it was on the sides of me. The experience was incredible. I watched one movie trailer of an action film, and it just blew me away. So if you're into theater rooms, definitely let me know. I have so many options there that you can do that are fantastic. This is also fantastic. Views that are here in the Austin Metro are absolutely incredible. Now, if you don't know anything about Austin, go to Google Maps, turn on the terrain, or I'll show this to you. There are rolling hills throughout the western corridor of the Austin Metro area. And that starts in the southwest part of Lakeway, where we're in right now. It goes all the way up north along the western side of Austin, and then the northwest corridor, like Leander and Georgetown and Liberty Hill, just have these incredible rolling hills. And I can tell you right now, if you're watching this in early 2024, I have so many videos coming up of incredible views. I have a client that's closing in 2 months that in Liberty Hill that has a view that looks out for 10 miles off their backyard. I have another client that's breaking ground next month that has an incredible view in West Georgetown, Texas, and I can't wait for you to see that. I will try to get permission from all my clients to post those videos of their homes. Most of them are completely fine with it because they call me through YouTube, and that's how we meet. And then for them to see their home get built and then get posted on YouTube, I'm sure is a very fun experience too. So I can't wait to show all those beautiful views. Now, look, some of them could have electrical in the back. I don't see it as often simply because in a lot of these master plan communities, they do bury the electrical in the backyard. So I wanted to know what you thought about that view off that second floor balcony. Did that electrical hit you in the face, or were you struck more by the view and it didn't really take away, the electrical did not take away from that view? So I want to know what you think about that. And then we are in the 5th bedroom that also has an in-suite full bathroom. This is what's nice about this home. If you really value having guests over that all have their own space, or you have kids or a big family, you want everybody to feel like they have their own privacy, but still want the home to feel open concept. I think these 5-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom homes really help achieve that. And I think this Pinehurst plan is a good example. Everybody having their own in-suite full bathroom, but you still have these big areas that everybody can get together and congregate in, like that big main living area, the game room, media room, and then you just have so many areas to relax. You saw that second floor balcony that looked off the front of the home. We even have this balcony that looks out to the front courtyard. Now, I have to go back to what one of my buyers said. There's so many unique features in here, and it started right away with that front courtyard, with the fireplace. A lot of people ask, like, why would you hang out at the front of your home? So many people do that, especially when you're in a neighborhood where people are walking out or out and about, but you still get privacy in here. There's that drain, by the way, I was telling you about, and you still get privacy in there because you're not exposed to the front of the home and just everybody walking by. So you can get privacy, but you can also just be out and about in the community and just have people come in and hang out in your front courtyard. What you also get is this unfinished storage area, and I thought this was smart. There's so many times people want these areas for storage, and they don't want to stuff everything in their garage. They don't want to stuff everything around the HVAC unit, which is usually located in the attic of most homes, because builders will have to get you a walkway to that HVAC unit. It's usually where you have to change your filter. But if the unit's right off of the stairwell that goes to the attic, then you're not really going to get that much room. And so I think for so many people fighting for storage space or moving here from up north, like I grew up in Pennsylvania, we had big basements in Pennsylvania. We just don't have that here. And I think storage is a pain point that you should look to solve that pain point if you're coming here expecting a certain amount of storage. In this home, it looks like they have it. Now, like I was mentioning throughout the video, I have a lot of experience working with builders. So if you did need help pros and cons, and you want an unbiased perspective on who's good, who's bad, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. Did want to hear from you in the comments of what you thought about this home. And if you want a home that's for sale like this one, which is listed at just under $1.5 million, go ahead and click on my website at the top of the description of this video. If you want to see one of those homes for sale, click on the thumbnail on your screen. And as always, hope this helps. Take care, everyone.